Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net, and I'm here to do the interactive. And the first card I pulled is Shadows. And shadows are not necessarily something that you have to run away from. Shadows are something that you maybe want to look at closely and be aware of, but they're not necessarily, hi, Spirit Feather, SL. They're not necessarily something that is dark, deep, and bad. So let's find out. So the first card today is the Fool. And I really, really like the Fool because anything is possible. The future is wide open. You can make it into anything you want. And I highly recommend we make it wonderful. We have the tools. We've been through the storm. We've learned how to ride the waves. We've gathered tools along the way, and we're almost to dry land, almost there. What's behind us? The Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords is having been in a poppy sleep, sort of lost in a world, but we're coming out of it. And what's controlled us? Well, in this case, the Princess of Cups would be the inner child. Luckily for us, this is the wise inner child. And so the subconscious or superconscious has, in some ways, contributed to helping us along the way. It's not always a negative. The subconscious doesn't have to be negative. It's just that's where we shove down that which we don't want to pay attention to. So going forward, we will have to do it because we cannot see clearly where we're going yet. And this would be the shadow part. We cannot see clearly where we're going yet. But we know where we're going to arrive. So we need to go forward with courage and balance, grounding. That's one of my refrains, right? Even though we're blindfolded, we have to be sure of where we're going to land. And so pay attention to how you feel, not what you think, because your mind does lie to you. It does lie to you at times, trying to save who you are. So the next two cards are the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. And I'm going to read them together because basically it's telling me that the energy of the men in the world, in our lives, not all of them, and certain men are just not going to. They're going to change. They're going to shift. They're starting to come in balance with the humanity's vision of reality. And that reality for the last 10,000 years has been very patriarchal, very, very unbalanced. And we're coming into a place of being in balance, and touch wood, it stays there, which these cards are telling me that the men in here are they're opening up, they're becoming aware. And I have noticed this, there are more and more men who are arriving on our lives, for instance, our interactives. More men are opening up and listening to even the scientists in us are opening up and listening, and they realizing that the science, certain sciences are not, they jive, they come together. And I know I've thought for many, many years that maybe the scientists will get to spiritual understanding faster than we do because of things like quantum physics, and I honestly am not a scientifically based human being. I am extremely right-brained. I always get them mixed up. I am not I do not fall in the realm of logic often. I fall in the realm of, does this feel right? And if it feels right, then I will do it. And so what's supporting us this week is the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles is, you put the effort in, you're going to find that it works for you. We are coming to, this is my marriage sign card, but it is a marriage of two opposing sites, two opposing energies, which don't have to be in opposition, can be in in cohesiveness, and it could be that the plus and the minus are actually needing to be in balance, and that's what we are doing. We are creating a new balance. It is a new balance. There's no old balance about it. And this week is going to be exciting. There will be some ups and downs, of course. I mean, do you ever run into a week we don't have downs? But we're coming up with the moon. And the moon has two meanings: the subconscious, which many people have opened up to feel it, understand it. And then there's the wisdom that's gained. And this one today is about the wisdom that we're gaining. It's not about opening up subconscious and letting it come out and creating havoc in our life. This time it's about knowledge. Will there be hard work? Yeah, there will. There has to be a little effort in there, which, and then I get the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is about not being able to see your way out of a situation. The truth is, you can anytime you want, by stepping back, while being a third party observer and seeing things through a different eye. You might feel that you have no choice. I cannot make that decision. I cannot leave my wife. I cannot let my children go without food. You don't. There's always that choice. It may not be a good choice, but you always have a choice. Yes, you can let your kids starve. Yes, you can leave your wife. What you want to do is fall on the side of, what does the heart feel? So maybe if you leave your wife, she can grow really a great deal. If you let the kids go out and fend for themselves, maybe they'll grow up a little bit. You have to balance it out. You have to stop being, you want to be hard-hearted Hannah and do what's right for the situation rather than what society has told you you're supposed to do, or your heart's your feelings, emotions, not feelings. Emotions tell you to do. Emotions and feelings, two things that are slightly separate. What you feel about a subject and how you emotionally are feeling about it may not necessarily match. Always follow the feelings, not the emotions. Emotions come from the ego. So, Three of Wands. And Three of Wands is very good for this week because it says we're going to step up and take control of our own lives. We're going to be the masters of our lives. And when we do that, we get the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is about moving up into the stratosphere, moving higher up spiritually, energetically. So the shadow is that part of us that is undecided. Is the part of us that is, do I do this or do I not do this? And honestly, the answer is shine. Pay attention to how you feel, but allow yourself to shine. And when you shine, it will be that you make these decisions from the feelings, not the emotions. Then you can bring in your logic and help find the ins and outs, because the mind is necessary. It should be the heart who's the master. Okay. And I am ready. Wow. Hello, everybody.
The Spirit Feather starts us off with, hello, how are you both today? Estella says, hello, ladies. Mama B asks, hello, how did Emiliano feel about seeing me sitting at the bus stop this Wednesday?
Curious. There was a sense of curiosity there, a sense of what's questioning, what changes are happening, what basically there's a question mark in his mind right now about you, and I'm not sure how it will manifest, but it wasn't a negative question mark, it was a positive question mark, like there was something, a curiosity and interest there.
Kay Smith. Oh, hold up. Sorry, I jumped one. Spirit Feather asks, I would love to know if my guides here have any messages for the last few months of the year. Please and thank you.
So basically what came in was that poem, dance like no one is watching, sing like no one can hear. And so basically allow yourself to be your true self as much as you can. And the sense of joy that was with that comment was very powerful. Let yourself move into joy and not hang the consequences, but hang what others' opinions of you are. Just, if it's right for you, then you do it. If it's not right for you, then you don't do it. So I would probably get from that you're going to have people trying to tell you what they think you should do a lot, rather than you doing what you know is right for you. And it can be from any level. It's a good message.
Kay Smith asks, I recently got approved for an apartment. However, I'm having trouble getting the $800 deposit. Do you think that I'll be able to get the deposit money before the 90 days?
Yes, I got that strongly. Yes. And I'm not sure how, but when you want, I do know from my own experience, when I want something, I tend to really, really want something. I tend to manifest it. And you really want it, I do believe you will manifest it.
Sorry, it decided to close on me because why not?
So let me see what I can think of for the next little while. Oh, my daughter, you got it already?
Yeah.
Okay, that was quick.
Well, I started going back.
So this is a necklace that I made, and it's a little wobbly. It's a little off center and everything. So I'm keeping it for myself, but I kind of like it. I kind of like the symmetricalness of it. And it's definitely not a Celtic knot, but I put a little bit of wire in there that sort of balances it out. Have you found something yet?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to finish.
Oh, okay. I was just talking.
Asa Bardua, I apologize for pronouncing your name wrong, asks, hello all, any messages from the spirit guides? Thank you so much.
So they're handing you something. They're handing you something into your hand. They're looking you directly in the eye and said, it's time to accept this. It's time to take this. I would suggest very strongly that it's a spiritual gift that will push you into areas that are not necessarily as much fun to be until you're there. So it's like you've come down with a responsibility, and you have gifts that you have not fully utilized, and you have gifts you have not fully utilized in the aid of others. And I would suggest that it's time for you to open up to helping yourself first. It's very important that you are full, your energy is full, and then you're 51% in service to others. And I suggest they're suggesting very strongly you're ready. And that is what they said. You are ready. Good luck.
SLSL asks, hello, ladies. How would my boss by your Zan, sorry, describe / think of me? I'm starting a new job.
He is cautiously optimistic. He doesn't know who you are yet, but he likes what he's seen, and he's one of these. He's the kind of person, energetically, he's the kind of person who will give you the benefit of the doubt until you prove otherwise. And he feels like, I'm not sure what his outside is like. Maybe it's a tad prickly, his outside, but inside he's mushy. He's soft. Don't ever tell him that. He would deny it to the hilt. But he's willing to support you. He's willing to help you along the way. So if you have questions, ask. Don't try to muddle it through on your own. Even if he has a prickly outside, he would prefer you ask and then make mistakes. Okay, and just be very polite. He does like polite. He's very much into social discourse, being social, which means don't say anything negative about anybody. Okay.
Love Heart asks, hello, ladies. Did AN have a change of heart because his parents do not approve of me?
Yeah.
AN. Their initials.
Yeah, I know. Not sure it was because his parents don't approve of you, or he just started to feel too strongly for you, and he got scared. And he uses the excuse his parents don't approve of you to make it all right. I think he just felt too much for you too soon. It was just overwhelming for him. And the things that's happening right now, people don't recognize it, is relationship energy is shifting very, very much. And what could have been would have been a superficial energy of, yeah, we really like you, and blah blah back and forth, it's moving to a different level where the intensity is stronger. And with you're not ready for this, or with you're not comfortable with this, with you not sure of yourself, this is going to sit you back on your seat, and you're going to feel very, very uncomfortable. And I have a hunch this is part of what happened. I'm not promising anything, but give him a little bit of time to see if he can come back. Though if his parents don't approve, then it will be much harder for him to come back. Okay.
Silver Bangles asks, hello, ladies. Any messages from my guides for the month of October, please?
Okay. They showed me an image of you standing with your legs slightly apart, but solidly planted. So, like you're planted, your feet very solidly in the energies and on earth. And I can see you pulling the energies up and down, of course, because you always want to balance between the earth and the universal energy. But I would suggest that you're going to need to be strong this month. I can see the wind buffeting you, but I don't see you bending. I don't see you losing. I don't see you out of control. So you can ride this energy with ease and aplomb, ease and grace, or you can take a step back, and then it will not be an easy ride. Stand in your power, be in your power, and when you're in your power, you're fine. Do not step out of your power. Just for this month, November is a different month, different energy. This month, stand in your power. And being in your power means that people will look at you and go, okay, I don't think I'll bother this lady this right now. You'll find that many people, and you'll have confidence and self-assuredness, and people will go, oh, and there will be respect. Go for the respect. Stand in your power. That doesn't mean you have to be mean or nasty, because being in your power actually means you don't. Okay, that's a long-winded conversation. Go for it, lady.
Kylie B asks, why doesn't Kizzy let me and my family come over to her house to visit? We've asked, and she said it's because she doesn't want her white carpet getting dirty, but I feel like she's lying.
But she is very house proud, and she also has a great deal of pride. And I suspect having family over, a full family over, would cost a great deal. And I think her pride is part of her pride. I don't think she's quite sure how she could. It's not that she couldn't afford to. She's just not sure how she could manage to feed everybody and keep everybody happy. And part of it is, yes, it is her white carpet. Like I said, she does have a lot of pride, and her white carpet is something quite special to her. So it's not a lie. It's just not the full truth.
And Seven Ocean Skies asks, hey, any messages for me?
Hi, Seven. So there's something coming along, and I think it has to do with work, actually. And it's something to do with work, that you're going to be required. They're going to ask you to do a little bit more than they have before, and it's almost like it's a test. So if you say no, then you fail, and if you say yes, then it might be that there's a particularly good job or interesting job, or one that will move you forward in your career, that you will gain. So pay attention, follow your heart, make sure it's something that feels right for you, and go for that. Okay.
Doreen asks, hi ladies, hope you're good. Do you have any messages for the coming time? Thank you.
So they're showing me a picture of you with a great big grin on your face, and being very confident and sure and happy. So I think the message is basically keep on keeping on. You're doing really well, and you're almost there. You've almost reached where you're wanting to go. And by the way, warm water.
Shanu asks, hello ladies, what guidance do the spirit guides have for me at this time of my life? Love and light.
Okay, so this is a time of standing in our power. I guess that would go along with the reading I did earlier, where people are coming, the yin, the yang, the positive, the negative are coming into balance. you are asked to, again, stand in your power, be powerful, be self-confident in who you are, and don't let the energies push you around. When they start to push you around, just hook in somehow. And I see you laughing. When it gets a little bit wild, like you're in a wild storm, I see you laughing, and the more the energy is buffeting and pushing you, the stronger you get. And that's a pretty cool gift, by the way, being able to enjoy the wild ride. And it may be a little bit of a wild ride. Keep your eye on the keep your eye on the keep your eye on the outcome. Don't keep your eye on what's happening immediately. And this card I've said before, balance, forward, and courage, in which you obviously have a lot. I mean, that's pretty cool the way you're laughing. But keep your eye on the outcome, not what's happening at your feet. Okay? It's very important that you know where you're going, and whatever happens, do not allow it to distract you. And there will be back and forthing of energy, just the way it is. When the tide comes in, there's quite a bit of rocking and rolling at the beach, right? And that's all it is. It's just finding a level. And if you can stay firm, you will keep that level in balance. The long one. Okay, go ahead.
Dahlia asks, when will I get my own place?
7 months. That's the energy that came through. It could be 7 weeks, 7 months, not longer than that.
Maggie asks, hello girls, I hope you are well. Will I receive good news this month? Thank you.
Well, yes and no. You'll receive partly good news. It's like the information coming through will be not the whole enchilada, but part of it. Or it's what you wanted to hear, but then something has occurred that causes an and it's like you get part of the news, you have to wait for the rest of the news for later on. So yes, you will. And take that and hold on to it and make sure it stays strong and sturdy. And I think if you can do that, the next part of the news will also should also be positive.
Amy asks, hello, Eliz-sha and Elle. May I ask you for a message from my guides, please? Thank you.
So you're tired. You're really, really tired. The energy of you is, I just want to sit down and do nothing. And so what I'm going to suggest is very opposite to what everybody else is getting. I would suggest that you find a place to shelter and just rest. Pull up your energy, look after you, do the things that you need to do for yourself. It's very, very important you look after you first, and only do that which is absolutely necessary to keep things moving and growing. You do need to look after you, really need to look after you, because you do have a job to do. And if you're going to do that job, you need to be strong and powerful. But you need to have a break too. So take this month, at least till the 20 something, I don't know which exactly. Duck, hide, don't answer the door, and go from there. You give yourself permission. I can give you permission, but give yourself permission to not have to say yes to everybody around you. Okay, it's really, really important that you look after you this month.
Georgie, you are what?
Hey, Georgie.
Says, hello, Eliz-sha. Void says, bless you.
Thank you. I love that name. That's new name, isn't it?
I think so. Keisha W, or Keisha J, sorry, asks, what's been causing me problems with my balance? Not sure if it's vertigo, motion sickness, dizziness, or something else.
So, when we're on a spiritual journey, that's a very common side effect of growing and moving up in the energies, and it's basically means your body hasn't reached the same level as your spirituality has. I know I have it quite regularly. It's and it is the physical cause is I have a lot of sinus and motion stuff, but basically it is a spiritual disease. And let me check and make sure. It yeah, basically at the moment you're a little bit out of energetic whack. You're not balanced energetically, and that's partly because you are growing so much and you are expanding so much that your body needs something. Ask Spirit Feather. She's much better at this than I am. Her ability to tune in and pick up what's going on with people is far exceeds mine. I'm a mind healer. She's a physical healer as well as a spiritual healer. I do feel that there's some minerals and vitamins you may be out of whack with. I don't know if that will make a difference or not, but look into magnesium, potassium, calcium, vitamin C, vitamin D. I think there's another one in there, but I can't remember. But it's basically those are salts, and put a bit of salt under. If you've got Himalayan salt, put a pinch of salt under your tongue. See what that helps. And I'm not a doctor, not a medical. I say this over and over again, but these are things I would do.
Hello, Bonita Man with a $5 super chat.
Hey, Bonita.
Where are we?
By the way, Spirit Feather is on wisdomseekers.net, and if you look down under the book a reading, is it?
I believe so. Yeah.
You can find her there, and she does a written question for $35 with you. Go in and ask her about this. She can write it out. She's a very good writer, by the way. She's proficient, prolific, and she will write this all out for you so you have it. And I recommend her. I highly recommend her, by the way. And being Spirit Feather, she'll throw in a healing.
Georgie Warwatt asks, any messages from my guides?
So when they come through for you, Garji, and I know I'm mangling your name, but I apologize. The sense of being a lady comes through every time I talk to you. The energy of you is that of a lady, of somebody who has a great deal of soft, gentle, spiritual energy. Because it's soft doesn't mean it's not strong. It's just you have the kind of energy that is you give. Make sure you only give that which you can afford to give. Keep that which is not that you need for yourself. People, you never give too much. You always only give what you can give. You want to be healthy. If you give too much, you're not going to be healthy. And quite frankly, we need people now more than ever. So I'm not scolding you, Karji. I'm just telling everybody right now. So for you specifically, look after yourself, but allow that sense of being a beautiful female energy wash through and concentric rings out. We need the strong feminine energy the same way we need the strong male energy right now to balance, to create a balance in the world. And when we do that, when we create the balance in the world, it will shift and change. And you are a pivotal point of the shift and change. Whether you're with a man or not, it doesn't matter. It's the overall energy that you represent that is extremely important.
Next.
Yep.
Tari Avalos asks, hello,
Hi,
you
Tari.
both. Hope you are well and having a nice day. I sent a message to Arthur a few days ago. What did you think of that? Thank you.
Kind of surprised him. Kind of, he was not expecting it. Kind of like he didn't know how to react actually to it. And that's not bad. That's okay. It will make him stop and think. It will make him more aware of who you are. Thanks, B. He mostly though he was just shocked and surprised. I think underneath that he hasn't got to that place of underneath yet. He's just going, I don't know what to do about this. I can't think of anything. Can you? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Karen Q asks, JV has been posting stuff on Facebook about not having love and wanting love. Did he post those for me to get my attention?
He might have, but it's superficial. It's not real. I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't react to it. It feels contrived. It feels.
Don't take the bait.
Yeah, that the energy is. It's there's something not quite right. It just feels wrong.
Next.
Yeah.
Lily Dulo asks,
hey, Lily.
Hi, ladies. How are you? Someone at the office will move to another branch of the company, but it created me a feeling. It gave me a feeling that they will give me part of her job or something.
I think so. I think you probably inherit it instead of them hiring somebody else. They'll just share it out. Was that the question?
Pretty much. It's any insight.
Yeah. Yeah, I think things are, yeah. So you're just going to get extra work. I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Maddie Lawson
Hey, Maddie.
asks, good morning. Please, do my guides have any advice for me? Good morning, by the way.
Well, basically, the first thing they talk about is your how you view life. You have a way of viewing life that other people don't, and they're kind of suggesting that you keep on doing it your way rather than other people's way. And I know you. You often people get really cranky with you. And usually it's for really dumb reasons. What they're suggesting is you just keep on keep on doing what you're doing for yourself. Never change for other people. You already know this. I know you already know this. But there's a reason coming up where you're going to notice it more than you have in the past. That and you're going to be vindicated that you stayed true to yourself. Okay?
Yulissa R asks, what did Jose want to tell me when he saw me in the street?
I think he found you very, very attractive, or you looked really good that day. Well, maybe you always look really good. I don't know, but there was it was almost like he became suddenly very shy and and didn't know how to deal with what was going on. So he reacted probably in a way that was not quite his normal. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but he reacted in a way that was not quite his norm.
Zulami R asks, does Clemencia want me to move out of her house?
Yeah, funny. I think she's getting to the place where that idea is starting to form in her mind. That she's not sure what's going on is healthy for either of you, and so I can't say that it's formed in I want her out, but the idea is starting to percolate in her mind a bit. So maybe think about looking for a new place, and you might be that you will end up being able to work it out. I can't tell you that. I just know that the idea is holding more and more of her space in her mind. Okay.
Yasmin Fox asks, hey, I found a new job. I'm about to begin. What are the angel message for me regarding that? Thank you.
They're basically saying take it very carefully, go very slow, not slow so per se, but allow yourself to don't push yourself to the point where you get emotionally stressed because you don't feel you're getting it quickly enough. So take your time and enjoy enjoy who you are, enjoy the energy of learning, and know that you're going to be good at the new job, but everything takes a little bit of time to learn. It might also be that you want to be very, very careful of how you interact with people in the new job. I have a feeling that some of them are a little bit they're going to make you work a little bit to allow yourself to be part of the group. It's not like, oh well, come on in, you're welcome right away. It's like they make you work just a little bit. Ignore that. Just be friendly, just be who you are. And it's just a hazing ritual, and it's not even that bad. It's just they're cranky. That not even cranky. They just sort of don't like change. Okay? But you're going to be fine. If you can go in and know you're going to be fine, that's very important.
Nina L asks, when will Michael reach out to me?
Don't hold your breath on that one. I think it will take a while. Quite a while. So, if you've got other things going on in your life, do that.
Maria Herrera asks,
Hey, Maria.
hello, any messages from my guides? Thank you both.
So this week they're talking about Alex, that Alex needs a little bit more attention than usual. And he's very quiet about everything. But I do feel that you might want to sit down and talk with him, find out what's going on, and find out his viewpoint. It just feels like there's something not quite. It's not that there's a problem, but it's like you want to head the problem off if there's going to be a problem. Okay?
Tay Tay asks,
Hey,
hello,
Tay.
can I get a message from my guides, please?
They're telling you that that things are going to shift and change for you. They're not changing and shifting as fast as you would like them to, but they are. But the future is not. It's not the future you're living right now. It is going to shift and change, and things are going to become better for you. It's just going to take a while for it to be manifest for you in all the ways it can be manifested. One of these days you're going to wake up and your life will have changed, will be different, will be totally something new. And it might happen extremely rapidly when it does. But until then, don't despair, don't go into dark places, because it will happen when it's supposed to happen, not when we want it to. It's just the way it is. Okay?
Spirit Feather says, thank you. Amy says, Mercury retrograde.
It's going to be finished around the 18th.
Rhoda Chia asks, hello, ladies. Any messages from the universe about my love life?
Well, I don't know if this is true or not, but your guide's going, oh, it's going to get really hot. And they're kind of laughing. So maybe it's going to get really hot for you. And have lots of... when it gets really hot, and they're talking metaphorically hot, that's when you want to sit back and see things clearly, very, really clearly. Because when it's so much fun and it's moving so quickly, you want to move, you want to step, you want to make sure you take the right steps. You want to make sure you take the right steps, right? So when it's so much fun and it's giddy and exciting, that's when you want to step back, look at it clearly, and make sure this is what you truly want. This is what is feasible. Make sure, watch for red flags and things like that. I'm not saying there will be. I'm saying take care that there isn't before, all right? Because it seems that you are due you're due to have a very positive energy coming in. It just might be that your the first positive energy is not the right one. Okay, so just pay attention, make sure it feels right, and regardless, just enjoy it, whether it's the right one or not. You don't allow yourself to fall in love until you know. And women are really bad that way. They go, oh, he's perfect. Well, he's not perfect. You don't know if he's perfect from 3 months to 12 months. Then you get a better view of whether that person is perfect. So don't fall in love immediately. You can fall in like as much as you like, though.
Cutty Cutie asks, hello, does this guy have any intentions regarding me?
If you've got other options, I take them. I don't think his intentions are long term. It might change. He might change once he gets to know you. But at this moment, gotta say his intentions are a little narrowed. Okay. Good luck on that. I'm sorry.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello, ladies, you were right. A different realtor got us a contract. Do you see us selling our home for a good price in quick time to complete the purchase of the new home? We are under contract by November.
Okay. The house is willing to be sold. It's willing to go. Wants you out, actually. Knows that you're dissatisfied with it. So the house will reach out for a new people. They will have a little bit of trouble getting the finances, but I think ultimately they will. Ultimately, it will work out so that skin of the teeth. You always do things by the skin of your teeth. So yes, I think so.
Silver Bangle, I did not miss you. Love Heart says,
Yeah,
thank
no,
you.
way back. We did you way back. I remember it.
Keisha W asks, hello, ladies. What's going on with Brian? He said he has a lot on his mind / feelings broken. Thank you.
He's telling you the truth. He just wants to heal at the moment. He's not ready to. He's not ready to reach out and deal with anything at the moment. It's just he hurts, and that's all he can feel right now. He's not willing to switch it up, change it about, do something different. He's just not. So back off, let him be, give him a cup of coffee, take him a cup of coffee every once in a while, be a friend, nothing more. Don't go with intentions of being more. And as you spend time together over months, then the energy will start to shift and change. But he holds on to things. It's like he gets hold of it, puts a death grip on it, and doesn't want to shift and change his ideology, his viewpoint. You want this guy, this is who he is. He doesn't let go of things. He's got a dog with a bone, basically. So make sure this is what you want, because that's a lifetime you could spend with this. And no matter what, you have to be able to live with it. It's something you have to be able to tolerate. And it's not something you can change, because it's part of who he is. And honest to God, you don't go into a relationship to change somebody. You go into a relationship to So the two of you are enhanced. If you think you can make him into something, don't bother. It's not your job.
In short, can you love his imperfections?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you can't love the imperfections, then you can't love the man, because that is who he is.
It's a question that goes both ways.
That's true. But a man is more likely to know whether he can love the imperfections or not.
I know that. But like, if you have questions of, is this true? Can you live with their chewing with their mouth open?
Or snoring.
Or snoring when they sleep. Or, can you live with their imperfections? Are they minor or are they major?
And if you say that I can't deal with it, walk away. Walk away. Because a lifetime of crap is not worth a couple months of, wow, I'm so in love. It really isn't.
Okay. Melipelli asks,
Hey, Melipelli.
Hi, Eliz-sha and Elle. What does Gemini want to tell me?
Gemini. Probably a couple of things, because he's Gemini. So there's part of him that's very shy. And if I'm reading it right, and I hope I am, he wants to tell you that he's fallen in love with you, or is falling in love with you. And he said, yeah, that's it. But he's very insecure. He's unsure of his ability to maintain commitment. And he's unsure of whether you are... he's unsure of whether you really want what he has to offer. So how you deal with that? Being he's a Gemini, you do it with kid gloves. Very, very, very carefully. Yeah. But I have a feeling, if you like this man and you can live with who he is, that there's a sense of you can be happy with him. So I go with the happy with. And gentle him along. Don't tell him what to say, but make him feel so secure that he can say it. Okay.
Doreen says, nice also, but about the water, LOL, thanks, and wishing the best also with the fast.
Thank you.
Rosewater,
first day today.
Rosewater says, hello ladies, hope you're doing well. Amy says, thank you, sending light, love, and divine light.
Thank you very much.
Rosewater asks, do you see me being in a romantic relationship next?
Not for a little bit. What I do see you doing, though, is probably more important than a romantic relationship. I see you firming up your sense of inner identity, of being self-assured and confident, and loving who you are. Earlier in the readings, I was telling people to stand in their power, and I'm seeing you taking your power and standing in it and reveling in it and becoming so happy with who you are. Then the relationship just comes to you. And it's when you're powerful, when you stand in your relation, you stand in the strength of who you are and maintain it, never give it up. You will attract your equal, and the two of you it will be nothing. And I can almost guarantee this: the relationship you will fall into will be absolutely zero compared like what you usually fall for. There's total different change in who and what you attract, and that's very often is the way it is. I remember reading when I was a child that you might be attracted to shouldered uh, short men, but you end up married to a tall, slender man, because we often end up married to somebody or something, not something, somebody who is so different from what we expect. So be open, but stand in your power first. Be powerful, be sure, be confident. And I can see this coming as being part of who you are. And it is so vitally important that you love yourself first. When you love yourself, then the romance will come and it will be a keeper. Look, okay?
So earlier with Bonita, who sent the $5 super chat, she sent a question, and YouTube, as being YouTube, didn't send it along. I apologize for missing it. She asks, "Good morning. Hope this finds everyone well. My question is, what do you see for me in the next 2 months?"
Same thing I've been saying for a while. It's like all of a sudden, when you say the 2 months, it's like all of a sudden in the middle of the 2 months, it's like a whirlwind goes around like this. And it's like, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore energy. But there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of laughter. Basically, your life changes completely. And I hear you laughing, and there's just joy in your laughter. And your puppy's yapping at your feet because she's so excited for you, and can feel the it's almost got an edge to it of hysteria, not hysteria of losing it, but a hysteria of God, it finally happened. Whatever that you're working on, it is about to come true. I feel it strongly. I feel it really strongly. I just, as you know, my timing is not really that great. So just go with it. Know that you are looked after. Know that you are loved by the universe, and their divine timing sucks always. I always think it does, but it is divine timing.
All right. Fox's Mama's channel asks, "Hello, I'm new and just came in. Can you see if you get anything from my mom, Frankie, who passed in 1999?
Frankie?
Yeah.
So she comes in and she sends you wishes, good wishes, loving wishes, and comment was, "Oh, I know it wasn't always easy between the two of us. And now that she's on this side rather than that side, she can see a lot of where she didn't react, where she could have done it slightly differently." She says that the woman that I was, I'm not that woman anymore. I've actually grown a lot and changed a lot on this side. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, is the word she used. but it's almost like she's been going to classes and learning more and spending time with others who are more have had evolved past her stage. And so she's kind of very tentatively reaching out to you. She wants to say that she has a great deal of love for you, and that you have the ability to understand where she was at and what she who she was at that time, and know how to deal with this, know how to deal with what she left behind, the energy she left behind.
Next.
Yeah, there's a lot there, but it's not really the kind of stuff you want to
Share
online.
Live. T Garnet says hello.
Hey T.
Dawn Higher Guidance 77 says hiya. It's Dawn from the UK.
Oh, hi.
B. Erla says how wonderful to share tonight. To be here tonight. Hello, Eliz-sha and L.
It's always wonderful to hear from you, B.
T Garnet adds zinc too for missing minerals.
Yes, zinc is extremely important. Psychic people, for some reason, these particular minerals are depleted a lot. Spiritual people, not psychic. So you can be psychic and not spiritual, but you cannot be spiritual and not psychic. And yes, that's a lot of knots. But we do use, I have to use all these vitamins religiously, or else I suffer. And zinc is one of them, yes. I knew I was forgetting something.
Joe Ferrino asks, hi, any messages from my guides? Thank you both.
Same message. Keep on doing the work you've been doing. Make sure you have a strong footing, even though it feels a little bit that like the land beneath your feet feels like it's sliding. Wear the big sturdy boots, basically, that give you more grounding. You're going to get through everything that's happening really well, and keep your ears peeled when stuff go. And this is outside of you, not inside of you. When things are a little bit unrest, in unrest, go to ground. And that's nothing to do with you. It's to do with the outside situation. Just stay out of sight, stay out of mind, basically, as much as possible from an outside situation. For your own inside information, you should be able to handle everything easily. But be really aware of the outside situation right now. Okay.
T Garnet asks, can I have a message, please, from my spirit guides? Thank you. Great seeing you again. It's been a while.
So this is a funny message. It's kind of mixed. They're telling you to stay grounded, but move. And I'm not quite sure how to manage that, but you want to be very grounded, but you want to have a little bit of movement in there, a little bit of excitement, a little joie de vie, and Kate Pitt. I'm not quite sure. Usually I don't get things like this. Pay attention to, again, pay attention to the political climate around you. It's not that it's bad. It's just that it's actually going to work in your favor. And so you want to pay attention to it so that you can utilize the openings that will come up for you. And so yeah, it's very important that you utilize the energy that shifts and changes, that you get in there and kind of push the changes in the way you want, the energy you want, and it could be the political changes within a job, or stuff like that.
Bierla asks, how's Jeff's energy towards me currently? I feel myself in a lighter, calmer energy these past few days, and I wonder if that there's a shift that has occurred. Many lovely thanks to you both.
Well, he's extremely uncomfortable in the situation he's in right now. It's sort of like he's kind of shake it off, and I'm not. It could be the relationship he's in, which has or was in, which unfortunately hasn't got a hope of surviving. Or it could simply be that he wants to reach out to you but doesn't know how to, because well, he's done this before, right? But I do know he's in a state of discomfort and not happy with what's going on, and would like it to change. Ooh, don't rush it. Don't help him. Make him do the reaching out. Don't make it easy on him. If you make it easy on him, then it's easy for him to slide back. If he had to work really hard to get to where he wants to be, then he will not likely to throw it away as easy. He's not as likely to throw it away as easy as he has in the past. Honey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to answer. I'm on a live. I'll call you back.
Okay.
Bye.
Stupid phones.
Yeah.
Okay. I apologize because I'm going to butcher this next name, and I'm sorry. Kreka Torka Dudu.
That is quite a different name from what we're used to.
Mm-hmm. When I first read it, I thought it was that volcano that erupted Krakatoa. Yeah. Anyhow, will W be back to me? Will W come back to me anytime soon?
So W feels a bit like a fox, sly, off promises, then sidles away. So, promises, sidles away. If I was you, I'd tell him to take to the air and go find somebody who's worthwhile. There's just too many games that it plays. It's like, yeah, sure, I love you. Oh, I'm sorry, I've got something else to do. Mm-hmm. And he does it with intent. He knows exactly what he's doing. W knows exactly what's going on. Don't play the game. That's my strong advice to you. Don't play the game.
Ava asks, Dear Eliz-sha, can you say something about my friend Manu? She has an alcohol problem and was recently diagnosed with liver cirrhosis. That news shocked me, and I'm afraid of losing her.
Well, hopefully that'll make her fearful too. cirrhosis. She basically has to go on a list for,
It depends how bad it is.
yeah.
If it's just
But
starting,
if it's alcohol and she
Yeah.
cannot handle it,
But-
they won't put her on a list
no,
either.
because if she doesn't stop drinking, it's just a good liver going to waste.
So basically, what it is when people drink, it's because they're in fear, and they cannot deal with their fears. They have not got they don't have the inner self-education to deal with their fears. At this moment, I feel that she's in a great deal of fear, probably also in denial that she has fear and is not needs support, which means if you try to support her, she will push you away. If you can get her to go to a counselor that's actually trained to deal with this kind of energy, it would probably be to her benefit and your benefit as well to do this, because I don't see that you have the ability to reach her yet, though you care a great deal. She doesn't, she can't, she has too much fear to see things clearly. So you want to allow her, and a lot of people are afraid to therapists because they're thinking, well, they can see what I'm thinking, they can see what I'm feeling. Well, let me tell you, if they're good therapists, they don't really care. So you want to find someone who has a very good reputation, maybe somebody who's been there, got that T-shirt as well, and has drank too much in their life, and go from there. There is a very powerful probability that this can be worked with or dealt with if she is willing, if Manon is willing to work with herself. She might have given up thinking she's not worthwhile, and unless she's at the stage where she's ready to, unless she's at a stage where she's scared enough, she's not going to do what she should do. And I don't know how to change that, honestly. Again, I would recommend you go to wisdomseekers.net. We have Nicola, who's an amazing healer. Well, she does biofield energy, and biofield energy changes things a great deal. We have Spirit Feather, who can do readings for you and is also an amazing healer. And Spirit Feather can tell you a lot more about what's happening with your friend on the physical. So that is what I would recommend, because I know these people. I know how good they are.
Next.
Yeah.
Lily Dillo says, "Thank you. Extra work. They keep giving me a lot." Trisha.
I think you should look for another job. It's easier to find a job from a job. And I know it took you years to get that, but I think that it's not that they're bad people. I just think that they are probably going to take a bit of advantage of you. Always. It's just part of their nature. And it's not like it's a bad thing, but look for a new job.
Trisha Philippois Farina. I apologize for butchering your name.
Sounds like a beautiful name.
It does. asks, hello, I'm new and came across your live. I'm just curious if I'm listening to my spirit guides and flowing in my life path or my life plan.
I got a very quickly yes for that. Let me see. Yes, your guides are extremely pleased with you at the moment, and they're saying yes, you're doing really well, and please. They're saying we give you signs, and sometimes you kind of ignore these signs because you don't think they're signs. So pay attention to the signs because they're signs. And your guys are very funny, obviously. But yeah, there's signs that they have given you, and you just sort of say, "Oh no, that couldn't be a sign." And it is. Just pay attention to it, go with it, enjoy it, and talk to them more. They want you to talk to them more. They say you can hear them, but you don't listen. It's not because you don't try to listen. It's that you don't trust that you can hear them. So when you start listening to your guides, it sounds a good deal like your own inner voice. And then as you get used to it, and as you start to trust that you're talking to your other two entities around you, then the energy shifts, and after a while, and you become very aware that, okay, that is not me talking. So one of the signs, one of the things to notice is when they say things that you would never say, then that's not you. And the old adage, know thyself, comes in very strongly at this point. Know thyself so that you can be more aware of it. Again, heart energy. Pay attention to your heart. Does it feel good? If it doesn't feel good, go, okay, yes, no. And if it does feel good, go, no, yes, because you're Canadian, right? Yeah, you are listening. There's things that you just, it would be, you just need to dust off a little bit. Okay?
Also, it's come to my attention recently that the yeah, no, and no, yeah is not just a Canadianism. It's a Australianism as well.
Well, yeah, but they say it different than we do.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we say yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
They say yeah, no.
But it's along those same.
It's exactly the same. It's just
thing.
this accent is different.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Fox's Mama channel asks, what are you doing with your hands? I'm curious.
Oh, sorry. I work with wire. I love working with wire. And I have a bit of a rat's nest. See, I make things. So I have a little bit of a rat's nest right now. I'm just cleaning. Yeah, I'm just cleaning up. Cleaning up is not something. It's not one of my fortes. I'd rather work with the wire. So I have a rat's nest, or king rat's tail, or whatever they say. See, I have fun with it. We do a lot of. And we work with the energy a lot. We make a lot of things for people who need extra work. I have, where'd it go? Somewhere in here. I have a sort of this neck bracelet, and I make them, and this will be a protection bracelet for a lady that's going to New York for a couple weeks. And we put the energy in there specifically for that person. This one I made, and I made it wrong, and it's asymmetrical, but I love it, so I've got it. We do a lot of different things. We also do resin, which, again, this is a Buddha, and we put energy into everything we do so that people who get it, they have protection. This is for Christmas. This unicorn, for Christmas unicorn.
It's a candy corn.
Okay, it's a candy corn. but we do a lot of okay, you can't see him. We do a lot of things, and they all have energy in them, which is specifically for the person that we make it for. So you can see this is our latest creation, actually, the moon, and it's actually quite beautiful. I'm not going to bring it down, but it is very beautiful.
All right, we have more questions.
Okay,
Stop selling shit.
I'm not selling shit. I'm telling them what they can do. If you want to buy any of these things, I don't have them on my website because I hate doing that. You want anything? Message me directly. I bad.
All right, moving on. Gina asks, "Hey both, do my guides have any messages for me?"
Okay, she asked you, El. Okay, dirty look. Yeah, we're going to put Elle up as the what is it? Tough love, the tough love psychic, because she doesn't say anything nice.
I say it nicely. I just don't have time to put it in a very, well, if you put it this way and do it that way, and maybe if you wish hard upon a star.
Do I do that?
Kind of.
So let me do this one. So what they gave me was an image of you on a rowboat, and you're rowing against the stream. You're working very hard, and you're trying to make things work for you, but you're doing it the hard way rather than going with the current. You're trying to go against the current, and honestly, just try going with the current for a little bit. It'd be so much easier, and you will get you get the same results. Actually, you won't get the same results because you're going against the current. You're trying to go back to what was, and you cannot go back to what was. You have to go forward to what is. And so don't give up. That's not what they're asking you to do. They're asking you to work a little less hard. Give yourself a little more I can breathe energy, and you're really good at what you do, and you're used to being top notch, and you feel like you're losing it, but you're not losing it. You're just working too hard. And one thing I can tell you about spirituality, it's simple. It's not easy. It's simple, and the simpler you go for it, the more accurate you will be. So try simple. And as Elle says, you go to the evening star, and then you turn right, and then end up in Peter Pan world. But don't work so hard. Go with the flow. You're good at what you do. You'd be even more. You'd be even better if you trusted who you are. So, okay, this is the image you give. Okay, I want you to do this. I want you to go put your hands like this, pick it up, and go like this. And do that because you're standing beside your power. You're not in your power. Move your power into who you are, and then don't fight the current. Go with the current. Good luck.
Maddie says, haha, that's funny. People are cranky with me. LOL. Just found out a lady that was a friend is talking trash about me.
Yeah, but it's their problem. It's not yours.
Don't care.
Yeah, it's just there's something about your energy that creates this havoc in people. It's not your problem. It's their problem. But for some reason or other, you decided that it was going to be okay for you to live this life making other people grow.
Erin Bex asks,
Hi, Erin.
Hi ladies, missed you. I missed you both. Do you have any guidance / messages for me?
First of all, the guides want to know how your puppy is doing, or else they're saying your puppy's doing well. I'm not quite sure, but the puppy came in. They came in with a question about the puppy, or an answer about the puppy, and also your daughter came in, the young one, and you already know this, so I won't go there. For yourself, they're showing the energy of coming from defeat, like the phoenix. You're flying. You're. It's almost like you're at the stage where you're burning up and evolving into the next phoenix, the fiery phoenix. So right now you're doing really well, and it's like you got a second breath, and you're going, I'm sick of this. I'm tired. I'm not going to do any more of this. I am done. This is what I choose to do. And this is what you choose to do. I feel that you are, you have evolved, and you are ready for, you have chosen to be ready for the next step. You are standing in your power. Very congratulations, Erin. I think that's exciting. Good luck.
Kaina Bakari says, hello ladies, hope you're doing well. And asks, may I ask, when will Shav and I be intimate? We're getting closer, but we're both professional people. It's complicated, but I just want to go towards relationship stuff. LOL. Thanks.
So I see the two of you walking together, holding hands. There's a shyness there, but there's a sense of commitment. It seems like the intimate stage, not quite ready yet, and I think it has a lot to do with its complicated part, not because there's a lack of desire or lack of will, but it also gives you a really powerful chance to get to know each other very well. And I recommend you take this time, and it's a sweet time, and sweet, gentle energy time to enjoy it. So I do believe if you haven't been holding hands, that stage is coming. Go very, very slowly, because it's a stage you can't get back, and it's got to be a very sweet stage. What I see for you, it's very sweet and caring.
Bethany Campbell asks,
Hey,
greetings
Beth.
and love to all. Dear Eliz-sha, in stillness I heard the name Timaeus.
Timaeus?
Greek for Timothy. Is this a new spirit guide, or was it my imagination? Thank you so much.
Not your imagination. Would it be Timotheus?
I think so. If we had Greek Maria on, she could tell us.
That's true. She's working, I believe.
Probably.
Mm.
Since she's not commenting.
Basically, I'm not 100% sure. It's a guide that's in the spiritual. It might be a guide, and it's almost like it's a sharing of guide. It's you help, and then he helps. You help. Might be a physical energy that's coming in to And along the way, I've had many teachers, and in the physical, and they're very, very welcome. I've always been very welcome. I'm not 100% sure how this will work, but it might be that Timothy is young and you're not, or it might be that you're old and you're not. But there's a bonding there that's very, very strong and very powerful. And I can't get the clarity. Sorry, I cannot get the clarity. I'm actually getting a little tired. I do think this is a very important energy for you, and it will expand and will come clear for you. But no, it was not your imagination. And truthfully, even if it was your imagination, there's something that when you're working with energy, your imagination is real. And there's many times I've had this proved to me. When I do things in my imagination, I've had physical reaction, half a continent away from it. So never doubt your imagination, because the imagination is real. If you're daydreaming about somebody, that person is daydreaming about you. If you're thinking about a red dress, might be that you will find a red dress. And whether it's your red dress or not would remain to be seen. But the reality is your imagination is your most powerful tool. Okay? Go for it.
Tay says, thank you so much. I will try to be patient and wait for this change.
I know, it's horrible, isn't it? I have no patience.
Terry Scott asks, when is my divine masculine showing up?
Tara Scott. I apologize for what I'm about to say. As soon as you put yourself into the divine feminine, you have a very powerful energy. You're a very strong human being, and you're very caring, and you care a lot. Figure out what the divine feminine means to you and move into it. And that when you're divine feminine, when you are in your divine feminine, then you will, your divine masculine will be there for you.
Gabriela Almamia asks, hello, any messages from my angels or parents?
They're just telling me to tell you to stand firm, stay steadfast, and this is really off the wall. Don't grind your teeth so much. They're worried about because you kind of grit your teeth and just hang on sometimes. Don't grind your teeth quite so much, because it gives you headaches and it's hard on your teeth and things like that. So they're sending this with love, obviously, but they're also telling you just to breathe, go with the flow. You will be fine. Everything will work out for you in the end. Okay.
Rhoda Chia says, thank you, ladies. Jesper asks, hello, hi, Eliz-sha. Any messages for me today? Thank you.
Let's see. So the first thing they told me to tell you was breathe deep, that there's a energetic opening occurring for you that is going to take you to the realm, the one that Nicola was talking to you about, that you're opening up to that level of energy right now, and it's going to be a bit of a ride to get there, because it's taking you to a higher energy level than you've actually been before. So breathe, make sure you have lots of oxygen, follow the signposts, And the seraphim level it's opening. It's like it's opening up its arms to you, welcoming you home. So that's basically the energy I get right now. So try really hard to breathe through the dark energy that's around you and just move forward and up. Okay.
Yours asks, hello, what's my person's current feelings for me?
What's the name?
Yours.
Yours. Okay. Your person's current feeling is not that they don't care, but they need a bit of they need for you to step back just a tiny bit and give them a little bit of space so that they can it feels like you try too hard, you do too much, and they feel a little bit uncomfortable. They just want to sometimes put their feet up and breathe without expectations. It's not that they want to leave or anything like that. That's not what I'm getting. It's just that they want a bit of space to allow them. They feel that there's so much energy around them they can't think straight sometimes, and they just like to be able to think more clearly. So give yourself a breath, take a night off, don't think about, watch a dumb TV show. MASH is a great show to watch if you want just to sit and laugh. A really old one, but still appropriate. And don't stress so much. Okay, good luck.
Will asks, hi, what's coming for me in my relationship? What's coming next for me in my relationship?
Will ask that?
Yeah.
So you want to be very careful about what you do next. Maybe give a little more and expect a little less. Maybe send flowers, kind of thing. Do something unexpected, something caring and sweet. Something that is atypical for you. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be single rose, or it can be a handful of posies, or maybe, no food. Women get upset with food.
Something that you look at and goes, yeah, that's totally them.
Yeah, try that. Or maybe give them a book of IOUs. You can get a hug on demand. You can get a kiss on demand. You can get floor swept on demand, garbage taken out on demand, kind of thing. I mean, most people would love that. Don't be so bossy. Don't own so much. Be more caring. And it will work better for you. How much more do we have? I'm actually getting quite tired.
If we can probably call it, okay. If you want it.
Well, let's go a bit longer, but
there's quite a bit. I don't know how many questions.
Okay, because I know that.
I mean, we've been on for coming up 2 hours.
Yeah, we're like 15 minutes away from the 2-hour mark, and I am really kind of, I'm having a hard time reaching the energies.
Yeah.
So just check, see if there's anything that's really, really important.
I think actually we might be able to do a couple more questions.
Okay.
I think that's
Okay. If there's just two, let's do this.
If I might be wrong, it's just a quick perusal, but it looks like there's a lot of thank yous and
Okay. So
stuff.
because I am.
Yeah,
I am.
It's. I mean, it's been a long couple hours.
And-
Hearts Love Joe.
And I am on the first day of my
fast.
of water fast because
Yeah.
I want to reset my bioderm because I just kind of, well, I like to everything comes from the gut, right? You want to be a good psychic, you want to be have your heart working well, everything. If your gut isn't working well, then you're kind of mess. And I'm just trying to reset my bioderm so that I have a good strong chance of doing well.
So let me read these questions so we can go.
Yes, dear.
Hearts Love Joe asks, "Hi, ladies. I just drew a drawing of my friend Jackson, and I'm curious if he likes it or how does he feel about it?"
Kind of surprised him, and his first reaction was, "What the heck?" But then he started looking at it, and he goes, "Wow, that's really good," and he's quite impressed. I think his first reaction was, "What do you want?" But then he looked at it and realized you're very talented, and if I'm seeing it correctly, you are very talented.
Next.
He likes it. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Jennifer Schwab says, "Thank you so much. We love the new home that's under contract, but we have to close on this one by November 22nd. We had a problem with a local realtor, so we're switching to Candy to better sell our home."
I think Candy has a lot
sweeter.
of. Yeah. Candy does feel like a more of a go-getter, somebody who actually cares.
Love asks, "Will clothing business work out for me?"
I got really powerful. Yeah. What did you get for that?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds remarkably good.
Savannah.
Especially if it's a little atypical.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no, don't just do what everybody else wears. Do something that you would wear.
Savannah MD asks, "Hello, hello everyone. Liked the video. My question is, what does my team think of me? Thank you."
Okay, the words very upright, right woman. Mostly you give clear directions. And sometimes they're not 100% sure what you're thinking. So be very careful to use clear, not highfalutin words. And I don't mean that as a derogatory, but the simpler the language, the less likely it is to create miscommunications. And the general sense is they like you. Not okay. I might be 1,000% wrong. They have a tendency to treat you very carefully, and that is not to your benefit. Honestly, you want people who are confident and comfortable around you, so they can come up and say, "I don't understand what you just said. Could you explain it to me, please?"
But you don't want yes men.
You don't. It's not like they're yes men. They're just very careful to because it's almost like you live on another stream of consciousness, and they're just a little uncomfortable with you because they don't quite comprehend what your vision is. And if you could, for their sake, if you could bring your vision into language they understand, and and allow yourself to appear to be more open to receiving information. If the respect is there, there's no two ways about it. Lots of respect. But so one of the things that I get for you is that you listen to your heart, you listen to your intuitions. You maybe don't always understand that. You don't always explain to people that you go from A to Z, and you know the answer is right, but they don't see how you got there, and that confuses them because a lot of people are very literally, are very logically minded, and they need the ABCD points. So if you can go from A to Z and then fill in the points for other people, I think it will make a huge difference. And good luck, and because what you're doing obviously has a great deal of value.
Rosewater says, "Oh, this is a beautiful message. Thank you." Malipala says, "Thanks, Eliz-sha and Elle, sending you love." Bonita Man says, "Thank you so much."
Hey, Bonita.
Garnet says, "Hello." Fox Mama's channel says, sorry, "Thank you so much, Eliz-sha. I appreciate you."
Thank you.
T Garnet says, "Thank you." B Erla says, "Thanks so much, Eliz-sha. Right, he has to show me with his actions that this time around, if we are to have any chance at all. It has been an impossible ride with this guy."
Well, yeah, unfortunately, men do make it awkward for women because we don't speak the same language.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice if we did, but we don't.
Ava says, "Thank you, Eliz-sha." Trisha says, "Thank you so much." Gina says, "Thank you so much." Erin Beck says, "Puppy and Ash are doing well." Kayanat Bakari says, "Thank you." Erin says, "And thank you." Bethany Campbell says, "Beautiful message about Timothy. Stay tuned." Thank you so much, dear.
I am dying to hear about Timothy, honestly.
Gabriela Anamia says, "Thank you so much. Made my day." Daniela Sophie asks, "Is there a message for me?" And I apologize if I pronounced it wrong.
Okay, this is the message, basically the message of the day. It is time for you to stand in your power. It's time for you to be strong within yourself. And this month, it's a very interesting month. It's a month of the male-female energies coming together, and not just within man and woman or whatever, the male-female energy. It's sort of it's sort of like a guy backing up a truck to hook up a trailer, and he has to get the ball right in the right spot so that the thing on the trailer hooks over the ball. And very weird analogy. Yes, I agree. But it's like we're going to work together. We're a trailer and a truck, not the same thing, don't look the same, run on the same highway, but they work together. And that's what's happening this month. The energy of the male female energy is coming together to learn to work together. And it's going to be a little rough for I haven't seen this for the men, but it's going to be a little rough for the women to stand in their power and just be. And this is what you need to do. You need to stand in your power and just be. And I told somebody earlier, if you're standing beside your power, just pick it up and put it in. Simple as that. It really is. You just have to make sure it stays there. But how does it stay there? By trusting and loving yourself. Okay.
B. Erla says, wow, Eliz-sha, I should probably do one of those water fasts too, and I hope you get all the benefits that you want from it.
Well, I did a lot of research first, and I am under my doctor is following me because I have never done a water fast. I've done other kind of fasts, but never a strict water fast. So don't do the research first. I can send you links, but I have been fasting, intermittent fasting for 3 months now, and I feel so much better. Okay.
Hearts Love Joe says thank you. Love says thank you. I'm thinking ethnic Indian clothing.
Oh, I love that. I love it. But then I love ethnic Indian clothing.
Mm-hmm. Savannah MD says yes, true, and thank you so much. Have a great day, ladies.
Good luck, Savannah MD.
Champagne asks, hey Eliz-sha and Elle, can we check in on my brother, please? Still not at peace with his passing.
Well, of course not. And I doubt you ever will be. But he's happy. He's joking. He's teasing you like he always does. And he told you what he said when he was alive. He's telling you again, it was my time. I was meant to go then. And he reiterates, when you're ready, we have work to do. And he's not rushing you per se, but because he has no time over there. And it has more to do with when your children are ready, that you will be ready. But he wants to work with you. He wants that to be something that they can do, that the two of you do together. It's still very strong that he wants to do this, and he wants to protect his son and your kids from the same thing happening over again. So it might be that you need to find ways to have things happening in the community where the boys and girls have other things that they can do for themselves, with themselves. Might be games or things like that. There's a store here in town where you can go sit and buy games, but you can get to try the games out first. Mm-hmm. And you pay for the time that you sit, you pay for the food that you do, but there are a lot of kids there that come and play games religiously. And that might be something you might want to think about.
There's also, it's tutoring. It helps tutor. I think there's one in Seattle. I could be wrong. It's A26, whatever, and each storefront has a different theme. Like there's one in Los Angeles that's time traveling, one in New York that's facing comic books and superheroes, and there's one in San Diego, I believe, that does pirates, and they work on on like volunteers and donations, and they help kids from kindergarten up how to read, how to write, how to do creative writing, how to, how to do these different things.
And their imagination.
Yeah. They work with Critical Role.
Oh, sweet.
This is how I know about it. So look into that. Maybe that's something you can also be a part of.
It'd be something that would be very beneficial to you, and it might be that you find that with your highly intuitive abilities, you work really well with these people.
Yeah. Anyhow, it sounds like fun, and I guess the kids who do a lot of writing and drawing and stuff get to sell their work.
That would be
also
cool,
bring
too.
in more money for
Yeah.
for them and the company.
Yeah, that sounds like a win-win.
Yeah.
We need more win-wins.
Daniela Sophie says, thank you, dear. Very powerful response. And Champagne C says, thank you, Eliz-sha and Elle, so much for your blessing. You're a blessing to have. And with that, we'll close because it's a couple hours.
It's 2 hours. Okay. I do enjoy myself. It's just today I kind of ran out of steam. That's all. So namaste, namasko.
And we'll see you guys next week.
Okay, Jennifer.
Jennifer, I agree. The realtor Candy does seem more caring and easy to work with. Thank you both for your time and energy. Have a wonderful day and weekend. Namaste. Darju Warwat says,
Thank you.
yes, indeed, you are a blessing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So
Doreen.
We have Facebook. We put ads every day before we come on.
We have a lot of
lives.
on Monday. We have an hour. It's only going to be an hour this time. Of spiritual obstacles. You can write in and ask questions about how to deal with spiritual obstacles. Wednesday meditation at 5. Then I'm not sure whether I'm going to do Friday or Saturday next week, depending on how my fast goes. So stay tuned
for notifications for when we do go live.
And
we are never on time.
That's true. We are definitely not on time. Please like and forward. It really helps us. And thank you to all the new people that came. Thank you. I just love meeting new people, and I love all my old people that come.
We appreciate our growing community.
We do very much. So namaste again. Bye.
Bye, guys.